didn't get to watch this yet, but
I know you got to get on the bandwagon.
And this will be, as long as Brian keeps it that way, this will be spoiler free. You've watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
There won't be homework free. There will be homework about this. I expect you to follow up in the study groups.
Brian watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah.
So, do you have a spoiler-free review that would get me excited to want to go see this movie?
Yeah.
You're trying to convince me. You're not trying to convince them. You're trying to convince me.
Yeah, no, I don't care about them.
Yeah.
So, you saw Guardians 1.
Yep. It was bad.
Bad? You didn't
I was kidding. I loved it.
It's...
So, I mean, honestly, you don't have to do much convincing.
Yeah, no, it's that much fun. James Gunn just like knows what he's doing, and I think he knows what he's doing so much that we talked about this last time. Ragnarok looks like a Guardians movie in both like color and like action. And
did I post Ragnarok?
Did you?
I don't know if I did.
Well, you will have posted it by the time this
So if
goes
you're on
up.
SoundCloud, yeah, but honestly, I might skip some of those because of the audio quality.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if they're on SoundCloud,
And
then
plus, if I posted Ragnarok now, we were talking about like, oh, Guardians is coming out like I think in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I might skip them.
Either way, the Ragnarok trailer looks great. The trailer for it is fantastic. James Gunn even said it's the best trailer for a Marvel movie that he knows of, and he's the one who did Guardians 1 and 2, and those trailers are great. So his visual style and his like humor is being spread throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think that's great because it's just fun.
Well, yeah, it's like he took the humor style that was already established and upped it.
Yeah,
Because that was the difference between Marvel movies and than like DC movies. For instance, I mean, the Marvel movies were always had a couple jokes and fun aspects, and then Guardians 2 like took that fun up a notch.
there's a few references to other things. I'm not going to spoil anything. There's a lot of references, and it doesn't end on anything that I think. There's always like after credit scenes. It doesn't end on anything that like hints towards the next Avengers film.
Like Infinity War.
Yeah, it seems if anything, it hints more towards a third Guardians, which might be their final tie-in to the Avengers. Like I imagine they'll show up in Avengers, but
I don't know. I
don't know.
I keep feeling because I don't think they would be able to get another Guardians before Infinity War, and
that's true.
I keep hearing things, and this is non-spoiler because you can find this anywhere, but I keep hearing things that like Chris Pratt's going to be in Infinity War.
Yeah. So that's what I don't know, because the hint seemed like it was more, unless they're just disregarding it as like the next thing and just saying like, well, eventually. But I don't want to say too much more. The music was good. I know you mentioned that the soundtrack, like you listened to the soundtrack.
Yeah, I actually purchased the soundtrack. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't. I mean, I'm talking about the playlist. Awesome Mix Volume 2, not like the orchestral soundtrack for the movie, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
That one wasn't as good. I thought the first one had better tracks.
Now, when you listen to the first one, did you listen to the first soundtrack before or after seeing Guardians?
After.
I wonder if that's a key factor, because
eventually I stopped really. I mean, I started listening to that soundtrack a good amount, and I actually kind of stopped really relating it too much to Guardians, and I just kind of like enjoyed each song.
But so I wonder if you need that. I wonder if you I wonder how much the movie affects it, because I
don't tie them to the movie anymore, is what I mean.
And you still listen to it?
And I still listen to that CD, and I really enjoy it. It's been in my 6 CD player in my car for
jamming
a couple of years now.
Yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. I think I'd be interested in seeing if you change your mind once you see the movie. Just the human, like the psychologist.
Well, I do like You're not a psychologist.
There's one inside of me.
You're like the
It's
opposite Hulk.
Freud's in me.
There's a psychologist in you. Did you say psychologist? Yeah. And the more you try to analyze somebody, the more it comes out.
Yeah.
Instead of getting angry.
Yeah, you wouldn't like me when I'm analytical.
No, actually, you really wouldn't. Don't get into a debate with this guy. He's really granola.
Super granola. So
pacing
was good. It starts off like a Guardians movie. Like it starts off quick. It doesn't take place too much after. So I thought that another like a surprising thing was like character development. Like there were changes for the character, especially Groot.
Yeah.
From the trailer, like Groot starts as a
little.
little.
Everyone knows about.
Which apparently Vin Diesel had minimal like audio effects. So like his little baby, like I am Groot, is actually Vin Diesel's voice. That? Like they didn't use like a pitch corrector. Super funny. But there's like character development because like at the end. With the last movie, it was just like a bunch of these misfits who come together to be a team, and throughout this movie, you kind of get to see them as like a handful of kind of shitty people trying to work together, but they're not good guys. They're still like they did a thing, you know, like they did a thing in the movie, and it's kind of like is it a good thing or a bad thing, you know? And
dicks.
They're kind of dicks, especially Rocket.
Yeah.
But that was good. It was a fun. A
little bit of moral tugging.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there should be with the Guardians movie. They're all kind of space criminals. So it's not as bad as Suicide Squad, where that movie the whole time you have Will Smith reminding you that they're the bad guys.
Yeah, I actually didn't watch that, but
it wasn't great.
I don't care. I really you could spoil it for me. I'll watch it on TBS one day.
In every scene where there's like a moral dilemma, someone reminds the group that they're the bad guys. But we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
But we're the bad guys.
I thought it was good in Guardians. I didn't really notice much that I would ever complain about, but visual effects.
Good. Goofy. There was a couple of like scenes that were like, because Guardians is really getting out into like the cosmic end of the Marvel comic book area. So there's a lot of things that they have to do in Guardians that are like, how do you pull that off in a live action movie? Like in the comic books, like it's all the bright colors and the goofy people. And you saw in the trailer, like the people covered in gold, like everything looks a little bit funny in live action, but it's like, how did you know? That's like a direct quote from the movie.
That's what I thought.
I love gold. But they do a good job. It's a fun movie, so you can kind of get it. If it took itself too seriously, and they tried to show you some of those visuals that are like goofy, you would laugh at it. But because it's already not taking itself too seriously, it gets away with the giant like slug monster that you see in the beginning of the. It looks like a ground-based beholder. Yeah, the trailer, the big like pink thing.
Ooh, a beholder. So I think it looks more like your that thing.
A roper.
Yeah, it's a miniature that he purchased.
But it was good. You should see it.
Yeah,
we'll have to follow up with this afterwards.
I definitely do want to see it. And, we'll follow up. I mean, I can always tell my point of view, but you kind of want to give everyone in the audience a chance to see it before you ever do a spoiler review.
Oh, I want to spoil it for as many people as possible.